What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Wellraiser Radio. I'm your host, Joshua Coburn, and per usual with me is my brozilla, Shane Scala, and my bro Chacho, Simon Sanborn. Today we have guest Lolly Galvin on the show.
I've given $1 here or there. I've, bought lunches, but I've never spoken to a homeless person. So I asked him to go to lunch with me. I filmed the whole thing, broadcasted the whole thing, shared a little bit of his story, and it just kind of went from there.
Drawing down these barriers that we put up in front of people that makes it easier for us to live our day every day. And so, like with not making eye contact, that kind of thing, that's what I kind of recognize what you're doing is you're really kind of pulling back the curtain, as Shane likes to say about things. You're pulling back that curtain and saying we're all in this together, like that photo that I saw of you online. I think that's one of the biggest things that it seems so simple, and yet it took you to kind of push this thing forward and put it out there for us all to kind of recognize that we all kind of do these things because we're part of this whole social narrative.
Because work becomes your identity.
Exactly.
My father has worked at the same factory for over 20 years, and just recently he had to retire because of physical conditions. He physically couldn't, his back was so bad that he couldn't go back to work. But seeing him being lost, like not knowing who he was or who he is, because work was getting up every day and working hard every day. That's what he identified as, this is who I am as Jim. When that goes away, who am I?
I was sitting on a flight as it was boarding, and this older gentleman was walking toward me, and our eyes met, and naturally I could see, because usually what happens is I'm that guy, that it's like, oh, my seat is next to him, because they don't know. and I understand that. And our eyes met, and I could kind of see, like, okay, we're very different human beings. And he sat down right next to me, and I immediately struck up a conversation. And what I found out is he found out that I am kind of in the inspiration, motivation business. And I found out that what he does is he goes out to these tent cities, and he sets up shop every season of the year, because we're in the Midwest, it's freezing cold, and it's over near Omaha, and he sets up like this chili in these big pots over fire, and he feeds all these individuals at the tent cities. First thing I said is, what can I do to help? When can I come over there? He's like, well, when it gets warmer is what I'd recommend.
I said earlier, I would like to talk to somebody who averts their gaze, and doesn't look at people. That's me. So you're going to have a conversation with one of those people. That's me.
Like, it's nice to talk to people, I guess, who are not so sterile,
Nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Lolly.
that.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is when you're on those other interviews, you can be like, hey, look, this was a great interview. However, you should check out Wellraiser Radio, because those guys are amazingly ingenious at how they do things and very in touch with reality.
I see why you're a marketing genius. Yeah.
Oh, what? What are you talking about?
Like,
Later.